Thank you. I won't go ahead to repeat all that he has said for want of time. First, I will only apologize for coming in late. I'm just coming from a service that I've been scheduled since January in Onyeka Diocese, my primary home of assignment. So I needed to meet up with that. That's why my wife came earlier to be with you. So we just dismissed there and I quickly ran into this place. I didn't hear when Venerable thanked the chairman of the Harvest Committee. So I want to thank him so that he won't make trouble with you. Yeah. So Barrister Ojinta, thank you. And Onyeka, thank you so much. Thank you for organizing the harvest. Let me now go ahead to continue to welcome everybody. I will only welcome the preacher. To me, he is not Bishop Aloy, he's Brother Aloy. That's what I call him, bro. And I'm sure Christians, when you call a Christian bro, he's excited. We prefer it to Professor, Doctor, and so on. And so, Brother Aloy, we are glad to have you around here to minister to us today. Thank you so much for coming. You and my sister, Mama Suka, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was nice having you around. I became your bishop since January 15th until today. And I made a promise to this diocese. And that promise I made to you is that as long as heaven approves that nobody is going to bring a foreigner from anywhere to Enugu as your bishop, and that all we need to do was to pray. And we started praying and started trusting God. And we went to Abuja to elect a bishop for Enugu. And tension was everywhere in the air. In fact, when it was time, all other elections were going, when it was time for Enugu, the tension increased even in the House of Bishop. Because every bishop had a candidate for Enugu. And when the primate says, yes, nominations, more than 30 hands went up. Meanwhile, it's only 4 people that will be nominated. But the master planner God have planned it out the way it will go. Why I'm telling this story is that I've heard all kinds of stories. Even people who brag and say they are the people that made Samike Bishop foul. I will tell you now how God made him a bishop. And people were nominated. And the first voting was done. And it was remaining 2. And these 2 was Professor Samike and Venerable Dr. Ike Nawachukwu. And the next voting was done. And at that point, it's going to be simple majority. And it was a big tussle. It was a big fight. It was keenly contested. And at the end of the day, the Lord, who is the owner of the vineyard, decided to choose the Venerable Professor Sam and Ruby Ike to become.
Congratulations! Congratulations to you! Congratulations! For the story! Congratulations to you!
Thank you. In that house where he was elected, we were about 153 bishops. About 153 bishops. But the voting was done, and the Lord chose. And I am happy. I am happy, and I sympathize with him and Sister Ruby. I sympathize with him and Sister Ruby because he is taking over Enugu Diocese in a critical point, and at a critical point. But something very interesting is that he grew up in Enugu. So he is more of an Enugu man than Anambra. So he knows the terrain. So he understands the terrain. And the climax of it all, Nonwa Chineke Anabarama, is a servant of God with a testimony. Him and his wife. You know, the next time they will come here, he will sit on that throne. The wife will sit there. Because the Lord has lifted them up. What do we owe them? Prayers. Please let me plead with you. Nobody teaches a bishop how to be a bishop. It's only the Lord. Pray for them. Never mind going to give them advice on how to run. No. Just pray for them. God who chose them knows them. He will equip them. When he chose a man, he remolds them, equips him, gives him whatever he takes. If he knew me before I became a bishop, you will notice that the moment I became a bishop, everything about me turned to 360 degrees. God who chose me equipped me and began to teach me and give me directions on how to go about things, on how to handle things. If it were the Onyeka I used to be, before now, I would have exploded in Enugu Diocese over a few things. But because I am now a father, a bishop, I mean, things changed. And we sincerely thank God for it. I want to plead with you. Brother Sam will be consecrated near you. It's a wonderful privilege. When I was elected, I was consecrated in Ondo. So people didn't have the opportunity to come. But they will be consecrated in Nike at St. Andrew's Basilica, Nike, Transeculo there, Hillview. On Wednesday, the 18th day of September. That is about 2 weeks now. Please, if you come early, you will be able to find a space in the canopy, because I know there's no early you will come that the church won't be filled before you come. So, but if you come early, you'll be able to find a place in the canopy. We are getting ready for it. We are getting prepared for it. And immediately after that, by Sunday, which is 22nd, all of us will be at the Cathedral Church of Good Shepherd, where I will hand over the Diocese of Enugu to Prof. CK. And I will carry my trouble and retire back to Nike Diocese, where I have my assignment. My work will finish on 22nd. But before 22nd, like I will always tell them, every right of the duty of a bishop, Church of Nigeria have assigned it to me, both in Nike and Enugu. I've always warned Ndokochukwu to be careful. I can still transfer. Be careful. But a number of things, like I discussed with the bishop-elect, now that he has left, who will coordinate the deaconry. And we found out that the eldest in house is Professor Anosiem. And so, for now, he will coordinate the chaplaincy until, if the Lord lays it in the hearts of the bishop to prefer him one day archdeacon, he will answer archdeacon. But right now, he is just to coordinate, not because constitution is not allowing me to prefer. No, constitution gave me the power. It's every duty of the bishop. But I leave it for the new bishop. I have enough job to do. Let him start from there. So, I want to say to you, the Lord will give you the grace. There is one secret. Ask questions. Ask questions. He has been there. He is just living there. Ask questions. And you will be able to succeed peacefully. Ka Chineke mezie okwu.